And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TMG. My name is Thomas Fisher alongside Jonathan Oates up at the broadcast booth for the Legends Racing League Classic Truck Challenge, the penultimate race that is 10-11 here at Lakeland Speedway, also known as USA International Speedway. Hello, Jonathan. How are you today?
Well, I am doing quite well. I'm looking forward to this race for a couple of reasons. Number one, it is looking quite close at the top of the board with 4 minutes remaining in practice. It is, once again, Eric Heater at the top. However, Eric Kaplinger is not far behind, only 1/1000th of a second between them, so we should be in for a pretty close race for the lead. But in addition to that, it is a short track, and we've seen in the past with this series, short tracks always tend to deliver. We always seem to have a pretty good race at these tracks. Restrictor plates, and also road courses, and this is one of those three types of tracks that I think can deliver a really good show. Thomas, what are you expecting out of the race tonight?
Honestly, I'm expecting a good fight up at the top between Tyler Tomasi and Eric Heater. Tyler Tomasi hasn't set a lap yet in practice, but he was telling me earlier that he's put in a lot of practice, he's put in the hours for this race, and he wants to win a race before the end of the season. Now, a quick reminder, if Eric Heater wins the race tonight, he will tie for the all-time win record in a season. That record is currently being held by Malachi Drake, and he will also tie up the most consecutive amount of wins in a season, also held by Malachi Drake. So that means if he wins both races remaining left in the season, which is a real possibility, then he will be the new record holder.
At the moment, Eric Heater is leading the points by 53 points over Eric Kaplinger. He does have the championship locked up. That is, of course, as long as he somehow... The only way that he would not win the championship is if he somehow didn't score points this race, which now that he's registered is impossible. The max amount of points that you can make in a week, it's around 43, 50, so it would be extremely hard for Eric Heater to lose the championship given that he shows up to this week and next week at South Boston. You see him sliding there down the back straightaway, but nonetheless he is looking incredibly fast for tonight, as he always does. But Thomas, it's definitely looking like things could go either way between him and Kaplinger. Who do you think is going to take the victory tonight?
It could be either one of the two of them, because if you look at the times in practice, they're separated by 1/1000th of a second. And never mind, Hayden Lawler is from the top of the board, 20.508. Just under 6/100ths of a second ahead of Eric Heater.
So a new driver at the top, Hayden Lowell, and now Jalen Battle into second. Hayden Lowell put down quite a fast lap. He's at the top of the board by just about 6/100ths of a second. Jalen Battle now into second. Now it's looking like a possibility that Eric Heater might not be the fastest driver. And that is something that we haven't seen in quite a while. I want to say, I don't even think we had that in this series
Charlotte.
On TMG.
I think it's only been at Charlotte.
Yeah, maybe Charlotte, and at the Roval, it was looking like maybe Rosero would challenge. But yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Eric Heater not be the fastest in quite a while. Now we're seeing Hayden Lowell maybe trying to get up into the mix. Remember, he is the winner of the Back to the Glen 126K, which we hosted just a few days ago here on TMG. He's driving the same number, and in a similar type of, well, there it goes. There goes the dream. Eric Heater is back at the top of the board by now 3/100ths of a second. You knew it wouldn't last long, and there it is. Eric Heater to the top. But I'm still going to say that Hayden Lowell has a shot. I'm going to say that Eric Heater will not win this race. We'll see how that holds up.
No. You got to remember, commentator's curse. Eric Heater will win this race tonight. Commentator's curse right there.
Eric Heater is going to dominate this race and win by 75 laps. Exactly. I don't even know how many laps are in this race, but he's going to win by 75.
100.
There are 100 laps in this race, so Eric Heater is going to lead 105 out of 100 laps. He's going to go that fast and lead by 75 laps.
Jonathan?
Yes.
We've talked about this, man. You can't be throwing out random numbers like that.
I can be throwing out all the random numbers I want. Eric Heater is going to lead by 9,000 laps by the end of the race. Everyone else is going to start driving backwards. I thought the commentators...
Well, to be fair, with the amount of crashing that we've seen in practice so far, I would not be surprised.
That is true. We do have a halfway caution coming at lap 50. And by the looks of practice, it's going to be a very difficult track to navigate. Scott Saradinsky now loading into the session, so it looks like we're going to have 11 drivers starting the race with one new driver, Tab Herbert, in the extremely cursed number 69 truck. We'll get a chance to look at that when the field is gridding up. Now, everybody going to go out for their laps. Michael Rosero, one of the drivers, down and away. Herbert is as well. Yep, you can see right there. We got the anime truck because, of course, Hayden Lowell going out as well. So is Eric Heater. Keep your eyes out for Michael Rosero as he comes around to set his first lap. Lap 1 underway for Rosero. He won the last time that the Legends Racing League was at USA in the street stocks, of course. Right on that yellow line. Good power off, too. Not quite keeping it against the wall. You can see him fighting the wheel going to turn number 3. Keeps it right along the yellow line and coming across the line now. Michael Rosero sets a 20.690. Hayden Lowell going to be the next to cross the line. Never mind, Andrew Cootie was. Sets a 21.0. Not enough to get to the top of the board. Here comes Hayden Lowell in that number 56. Rocketing off turn number 4. Back to the line. Hayden Lowell sets a 20.663. He will go to the top of the board, but nobody able to match their practice times. Tyler Tomasi in that bright pink cat truck, whatever it is, coming around turns 3 and 4, trying to improve on his 20.984. Across the line now, Tomasi sets a 20.916, not going to improve. Hayden Lowell sets a 20.695, not able to improve. Also, Eric Heater coming around to set his first lap. Across the line now, Heater sets a 20.409 to the top of the board by just over 0.2 of a second.
That's the fastest lap all day.
Yep.
Including practice. So, yep, he's gone faster in qualifying. Once again.
Kaplinger not able to beat his lap. Jalen Battle coming across 3 and 4 now to set his first lap of the night. Battle sets a... I don't think that was actually a lap. That might have just been an out lap. This is going to be his first actual lap. A little bit of a wiggle off, too. We'll see if he can beat Eric Heater at the top of the board. Through turns 3 and 4, coming around to set his first lap. Battle sets a 20.578. I thought that was faster than Heater's for a moment, but then I realized it was not. Second lap, we'll see if
why do you get our hopes up? Why do you get our hopes up, man?
For a second, I thought Heater set a 20.6 something, but he did not. Across the line now, Jalen Battle. His second lap is going to be a 20.488. He gets closer to Heater, gets the gap down under 1/10, but it is not enough. Tab Herbert waiting in the pit lane. He is not going to go out for a lap. The only drivers yet to set a lap are Scott Saradinsky, Casey Drake, and Tab Herbert. I don't know if Tab is going to go out for a lap. That might be it for the qualifiers.
Yep. One big thing with Tab Hebert there is that he seems to be not the strongest qualifier, but he has a lot of race pace.
Is this not his first start in the series? Has he been here before? I feel like he might have been here before.
He kind of... Tab is kind of like... Tab is kind of like the Yoda of sim racing. He's always lurking, and he always knows what's going on, but he doesn't always show up to spread his wisdom. Except when you mispronounce his name, then he will definitely speak up.
Is he Hebert?
It's Hebert, I think.
Hebert.
Hebert.
Not Herbert, Hebert. Hebert.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't think he has been in... I think he's been in 1 or 2 LRL races, but I'm not desperately sure he's been in the truck series before.
Tab Hebert. Okay. I think I got it. Already, Hayden Lowell has given up all hope in the chat, saying congratulations, Eric Heater, for 6 in a row tonight. Hey, you never know. He might not win. There's always a possibility.
Never say never.
Yeah,
unless you're saying never.
Hey, never say never unless you're saying never say never, in which case it's perfectly acceptable.
I'm going to pretend I understand that logic.
Me too.
That's unfortunate, right? Shall we, between practice and the race now, bring up a driver of interest?
Why don't... I don't even have anyone to bring up. Who do you think we should bring up?
You know what? Let's bring up Man of the hour. Hold on, I gotta look at my qualifying results. You know what? Let's bring up Andrew Cootie. Lost to the qualifiers. Let's see if this might have been a tactic. Hey Andrew, it's Thomas up in the TMG broadcast booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
All right. So, yep. Heading into the race, you qualified 9th place. Was that sort of a tactic, maybe trying to avoid the wreck, or do you reckon that pretty much is where you are on pace?
No, that was my first. That was my second lap of practice, so I have no clue what I'm going into. So I've been running truck races, C-fixed all day, so I'm trying to get used to. It's kind of similar, so I don't see having issues. I just gotta stay out of the wrecks all day. So, I mean,
all right. So do you reckon there might be a chance of you fighting for a top 5, or do you reckon top 10 is pretty much going to be where it's at?
I mean, if I can get the pace down pretty quickly, I can challenge for maybe a top 3, hopefully. My goal is to beat Rosero. That's all. That's my goal, because I want to get to 3rd in points. And I'm 39 points out. But it'll be a good race all in all, so 100 laps. I'm scared.
Andrew,
thank you very much, Andrew.
Actually, before you go, I just wanted to say I like your paint scheme. It's very nice, especially the trunk. That's my favorite part.
Thank you. I want to credit Joseph Madigan for that one. He brought in, he sent me this paint scheme with the custom number. But yeah, props to him on this scheme. It looks pretty nice. Sasha Game for life, by the way.
All right, thank you very much, and have a good race.
Why does Brock have a number 8 truck? Doesn't he usually have the 23?
I don't know, man. I don't get paid enough, man. Yeah, I don't get paid enough to know that.
I mean, he usually has the 24, and now he has an 8. I don't know. We're trying to find something to talk about while we wait to grid up to go racing here on TMG.
Boogity, let's go racing.
Maybe I'm not live. No, I'm definitely live. We're just kind of waiting around, waiting for the action to start, and by that I mean waiting for Eric Heater to lead. I mean none of the how does the commentator's curse work again? I don't know.
You gotta say he's gonna do well.
Okay, here we go. Eric Heater is gonna dominate the race. Commentator's curse, please work. I think it's 2 laps of pacing here, and then we'll get this race underway.
Yep. Just while we're pacing here, I have one small little thing to say here. Did you call it what'd you call it? A trunk?
Trunk. That's not what that is. Okay, I am tired in my defense. The bed of the truck, is that it?
There we go. That's better. I was about to say, even if you refer to it as the boot, I would have understood. But why would you call it a trunk?
I mean, if you like freedom, it's called a trunk, not a boot. This has been what we've done for the past 2 weeks in the Classic Trucks at this point. Just argue over whether the British word or the American word is correct, and it's the American word.
I mean, we all know it's the British word, my guy.
No. I sure do wonder how many miles per hour these trucks are gonna go.
You guys use miles an hour as well. You can't criticize us for that.
Miles an hour. Alright, here we go. Pace car is going to make the left turn into the pit lane, and Eric Heater is going to once again take off from the pole. The story of the night will be to see if anyone can catch him. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Eric Heater coming off turn number 4. Halfway caution at lap 50. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at USA.
You go, Mike Corsair, having a look to see if he can follow Eric Heater through on the inside of Jalen Battle. Sticking his nose there is the young man from Texas. Not much he can do on this occasion. Tucking in behind him now. He's going to try and do it again, though. Oh, getting closer and closer to the bumper of Eric Heater. Falling back a little bit now on exit. Jalen Battle is going to, there you go, try and pull out behind him. Hayden Lowell now looking to the inside of Mike Corsair. Not going to be able to do anything on this occasion.
Pretty good battle within the top 4. We'll see how long it takes Eric Heater to start checking away from the field. If he does decide to do that, sometimes he doesn't have the best starts to the race. In the end, he's always able to capitalize. Keep in mind, Jalen Battle and Eric Heater, those were the drivers that battled it out for the early on in the race at Martinsville. Then as the run got, then after that incident with lap traffic, unfortunately, Jalen Battle fell out of the battle. Funny pun is intended. Down the back straightaway and towards turn 3 once again. Eric Heater has led the first 2 laps. He is looking to make it 3.
Yeah, not much happening really. Pretty much single file running all the way back to the back of the field where Andrew Cootie now resides. Yep, single file running all the way
spinner,
back.
Michael Rosero sliding in turns 1 and 2. He stopped on the inside. It will not bring out a caution. So we stay green. Eric Heater leading away towards turn number 3. Looks like Hayden Lowell has escaped without any damage. Side-by-side battle behind. That's Brock Picard on the outside of Tyler Tomasi. Back towards turn number 1. Picard on the outside. Tomasi on the inside is going to prevail. Off turn number 2, trying to get cleared. Picard fighting back on the inside. Or outside. Sorry, Packard, Picard, I don't know. Side-by-side. Tomasi on the inside going to prevail.
Yeah, one other driver who has made contact with the wall heading out of turn 2, sorry, I believe it is, yep, is Tab Hibert. Tab Hibert there just making a small mistake coming out of turn 2, pancakes the wall. He was behind Scott Saravinsky.
He's still in the wall now. So Tab Hibert, Herbert, whatever.
Hibert
has gotten into the outside wall and spinning front straightaway. Scott Saradinsky stopped on the front stretch. Still not a caution. Casey, I don't know where you are, what you're doing, but I'm just saying. Oh, okay, he's almost spinning again. He's gonna be right in front of the leaders. Here comes Eric Heater around to put Scott Saradinsky 1 lap down. Jalen Battle in pursuit, trying to make it a fight for the lead.
How have they not thrown a caution yet? It's gone. People are spinning. People are hitting the wall. This is mental.
I have no idea. Looking through the field,
The gap
file.
The gap between Heater and Battle then came down exactly a tenth on that lap. Jalen Battle is faster.
Remember, Jalen Battle has not won in the LRL since Charlotte of earlier this season. That was the first race we broadcasted on TMG. Seems like it's been a long time since then, but in reality, it's only been a few weeks. Dive into turn number 1. Jalen Battle really making up a lot of speed on entry. The gap between the top 2 has extended to 0.4 of a second.
I'm commentator's cursing the wrong person right now. That's why I figured out. Every time I say somebody's catching Eric Heater, they fall back.
Okay, so Eric Heater is catching Eric Heater. Is it going to work?
Yes, apparently it did. Because Jalen Battle fell back in the way that he became closer. That's how we're going to roll with this one.
Joseph Madigan in the chat has confirmed that he forgot that this race was even happening. So, that makes 2 of us. I'm kidding.
Joseph, mate, we're not friends anymore. You forgot this.
How could you forget it? I even made a thumbnail for this race. It's in the upcoming broadcasts, man. Come on.
Dude, yeah. Oh, Joseph apologized to me. Thank you, Dad.
Dad?
Thank you. Yeah, Joseph's my dad. Did you know that?
Thomas Fisher. Joseph Madigan. Fisher. Madigan. Okay, lap car. Might make something happen. Scott Saradinsky on the outside of Eric Heater. Heater on the inside. They're going to go side by side. It's going to hold up Heater just a little bit. Here comes Battle down the inside. Might make up a little bit of ground. Saradinsky fighting on the outside. Not really sure why. It's actually going to lose Battle a little bit of time. Hey, speaking of upcoming broadcasts, next week on TMG is the DOB Nationals, a full week of dirt track racing with the 410 sprint cars at Knoxville, starting on Monday and Tuesday night with the preliminary races, then Wednesday and Thursday with last chance qualifiers and the feature main event. That will be on Thursday. Got more information coming in a community post soon. I think I've actually already made a community post on it, so you can go ahead and check that out. Are there any battles on track? No,
Yep.
There are not. There are about 7/10 between everyone at minimum.
Yeah, the closest gap right now is 7/10 of a second between Brock Picard and Eric Kaplinger.
Maybe a battle going on
So
here.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, something happened to Tab Hibert. Tab Hibert's pit. Tab Hibert in pit lane after collecting the wool again, I think.
I don't know. I think having a car stopped in pit lane. Oh, well, he's out. There goes another one. Tab Hibert is out of the race. That will be your first retirement of the night. Now only 9 drivers left. If this were Formula 1, everyone would get points.
Yep. So Joseph responded to you with Jonathan, don't question it. Pizza Face Boy responded with don't question it, just trust that it's the truth.
Oh, into the wall goes Jalen Battle. That looked intentional. Looks like Jalen Battle just kind of swerved into the wall on the straightaway. I can't confirm it, but take a look at this. That just looks like he swerved in there. Alright, so we'll take a scientific analysis of the wreck. You're going to see Jalen Battle down the back straightaway, literally just swerving into the wall. Incredible skills being displayed here on TMG. That's gonna...
Oh no, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to use that little entryway, entry, exit way, marshal's post, whatever you call it in your respective country. And then he just clipped the wall, with his bed of his truck, and then at that point he was straight to the scene of the accident and losing more time to Eric Keeter.
So Andrew Cootie has
somebody's parked themselves. Yep.
I think he won. Nope, well, he's gone. He's out. Well, and then, well, no, he's actually back in the pit, so he just kind of stopped. Blown engine, maybe? I don't know. Let's take a look.
More Fs. There are more Fs in chat.
Down to 8 drivers who can compete with Eric Keeter.
Yep.
Scientific analysis.
Jalen Battle Brum Momento Numero Dos. Thanks for that, Wolfgang.
Andrew Cootie. He just kind of blew an engine. Randomly, out of nowhere, engine said bye, and Andrew Cootie parked it. And still no caution, because I don't have an explanation. I don't know. I feel like a caution would kind of spice up the action a little bit, but I guess Casey Drake hates fun. Alright, back line.
Yeah, we probably should not be saying that.
Okay, here we go. We got a battle for third. Nope, that's not a battle. That's just lapped car getting in the way. Hayden Lowell going to give him a little bit of a nudge down the inside. Well, he's not even going to gain a position. He's just going to be out of the way of lap traffic.
So there was not a caution because it was a one-car incident.
This is an oval. Okay, I'm not going to question it anymore.
Yeah, for people wondering where I get my insider information, alongside us, this is what we have to talk about because there's nothing else going on. Alongside us in the booth tonight is Matt Moreau, who is usually a competitor in the LRL series, plural. But he is off at college, I want to say. So he can't race because he only has his laptop, but he is here tonight helping us out with the broadcast. So massive thanks to Matt Moreau. Everybody give him gold in chat.
So if you ever wanted a little bit of insider information for how these specific broadcasts work, there you go. Most broadcasts don't actually work like that, which is why sometimes we don't really know what's going on, but in this case, they do.
This is the first time of us using it, so tell us if you like it, tell us if it brings more insight to the broadcast, and if you don't like it or you just don't like Matt Moreau, you can tell us that too. We might block those comments though.
I'm confused. So we're on an oval, and typically at an oval you would throw cautions for one-car incidents. This is why it's very confusing that despite there being 3 separate one-car incidents, none of them have been a caution, even though one of them was a blocked track, but I won't ask any more questions. We'll just keep watching Eric Keeter going around in circles.
Yep. So Matt Moreau has just said that yes, if you hate him, you can throw rotten tomatoes at him.
Virtual
and Joseph
tomatoes. And for
virtual.
Make sure to wear a mask.
Yep. And Joseph just responded with, "I hate pizza." Joseph, I have one thing to say to that, and that is I am disowning you as my father.
Is Pizza Face Boy, is that Wolfgang Hoffman? I feel like it is.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Cool. I hate pizza. Just tomato emojis.
Yep. And for those of you who are wondering what Matt Moreau is studying at college, he's studying auto tech.
Ooh.
Whatever that is.
Automatic technology.
I'm guessing it has something to do with cars.
Automatic technology.
Now, if we have a quick look here, we can see that the closest gap on the track is currently 1.9 seconds.
It's about 1.7 between Eric Keplinger and Brock Packard. Pukard, I don't know.
We're going to get yelled at either way, just saying, however,
I mean,
at this
okay.
point.
We do get a halfway caution. Might give Hayden Lowell a chance to contend for the victory. Might give Eric Keeter a chance to speed on pit road. Might give a chance for something to happen other than
And if you were wondering why... Andrew Cootie is unlapping himself.
Well, kinda. Not really. Okay, well, we can think about it this way. Jalen Battle, who's been Eric Keeter's closest competitor all night, will have a faster pair to use, so there is something. In the meantime, just gonna kick back and relax and try and fill approximately 16 or 17 laps of dead air.
All right, one driver who I am interested to see. Those noise sound effects not included.
Ew.
One battle that I am kind of interested in, though, is that if I have a quick look, I do believe Tyler Tomasi is, in fact, catching Hayden Lawless' last lap being a 22.477, and Hayden Lawless being a 22.492.
See, for a second on my screen it showed Hayden Lowell's last lap at a 2-second time, and I'm like, well, that can't be right.
Yeah, so Tyler Tomasi is catching Hayden Lowell about 0.2 a lap. Bit more
Hayden Lowell's
sometimes.
catching Jalen Battle at about 2-3 a lap, so something's going on. Yippee.
I feel it in my... Oh, I can't sing, can I, on stream?
No.
Okay.
I don't
Copyright.
really know why. I can't decide if it's because we're going to get copyright claimed or if it's because... No. I'll get back to you on my decision.
I mean, to be fair, I do live up in Canada. I do need a little bit of the heat right now. And, of course, you don't get that joke.
So, in other news, if you are on iRacing yourself and you are a fan of Tyler Reddick's throwback for this year, I recreated it. It's on Trading Paints, custom number and sim stamp number. It's on the ZL1. I made sure everything lined up properly. If you want to go check it out.
This time.
There's a link on my Twitter. Twitter.com/ TMCS John. You can go check it out.
Yep. In other news, later this week, there will be the next TMG racing event announced. I'm not going to entirely tell what it is and spoil the surprise for everybody immediately, but I can tell you it's going to be a fun one.
I will. It's IndyCars at Michigan Delara IR18s. More details coming soon.
This is my idea. You can't just spoil it like that,
Photo shoot
man.
opportunity. The cat cars are side by side. Cat cars are side by side. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Hold on. I'm watching.
Take the screenshot, Thomas. Ah, it's too late now. All right. Well,
I got this.
Yeah,
I got this.
Take a screenshot. All right.
Don't worry. Don't.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
hold on, we got a battle. Finally, Eric Keplinger has ran down Brock Packard, and behind, Michael Ricero is within a second of them, so this is the battle for 5th coming to the end of the stage. Something might happen. I don't know if anything will, but something might. I do think it's very interesting. Eric Keplinger, for a while, was actually leading the points in this series, but like halfway through the season, it's like he just kind of forgot how to race. Like, he's been having pretty good qualifying pace, but he just hasn't been there in the race. So, interesting to see how Eric Keplinger really hasn't been on his game recently.
Oh, somebody's in the wall. Who's that in the wall?
Okay, something's happening. Where is it?
It is Hayden Lowell. It's Hayden Lowell.
Oh, and a blown engine for the number 56. He's going to have to pull it into the pits.
What happened here? It looks like he got loose coming out of turn 3. Yeah, just got on the power.
Oh, someone actually spun in front of him as well. So Scott Saradinsky spun. Okay, hold on. So a lot of stuff happened that we missed. So Scott Saradinsky, who was running just behind Hayden Lowell, he was the fastest car on track because he was on fresh tires. Oh, so Hayden Lowell spun, half spun. Saradinsky pushed him up the track. Then Saradinsky dropped it all on his own and went spinning down the back straightaway. Then Hayden Lowell, a separate incident happened to him, which caused him to blow an engine. He might have just hit the wall, might have broken his engine or something. Because all of a sudden, I don't even know what he did. I think he just wrecked himself for the fun of it. Because you're going to see it right here on the front straightaway if we switch to the blimp cam. Hayden Lowell coming out of turn number 4. He's got a fine line going so far. And then, oh no, he might have spun and overcorrected it and just slammed into the inside wall. So that's not good, but oh my god, the gap between Jalen Battle and Eric Heater is 10 seconds. When did that happen? Oh dear. This
Apparently about the same time you were spoiling my event.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, but I mean, it is a TMG event. So, Tomasi has made... No, actually, that's not what happened. Okay, so I think what happened is that Tyler Tomasi was in 4th, about 6 seconds back of Jalen Battle. Then the driver in front of him wrecked. So now he's 6 seconds behind Battle, but in 3rd, and Jalen Battle is just going... I think he's got some tire wear, the car is damaged, he's limping it around to the end of the stage, and Eric Heater is doing just fine, with a nice comfortable 11-second lead. So I guess it's back to... So, Thomas, what do you think about the racing so far?
Pretty much sums it up.
You know, I have a very honest question for you.
Oh my god, Scott Saradinsky just unlapped himself.
Oh, incredible. He's back up to 2 laps down. Oh, is he back on the lead lap? Nah, I don't think he is. He's 3 down. Alright, so...
Nope.
Serious question for you.
Oh dear lord.
What has been, so far, the worst race of the Classic Truck Challenge season?
Well, I gotta count how many of them there are.
Well, we're not going to count the ones that weren't on TMG, because those never happened.
Oh, caution's out. Halfway caution. Woo!
We made it, guys. Woohoo!
We can talk about something else.
Alright, so far, the races we've broadcasted were Charlotte Roval, Martinsville, Michigan, Lanier, Phoenix, and now USA. What has taken the cake for the worst race of this season?
I mean, I kind of want to say Phoenix.
On one hand, Phoenix was bad, but this race, I feel like it's just been disappointing. Because, you know, it's supposed to be...
Yeah, this race had... This race, it's kind of like... You know what? It's like a very juicy-looking Christmas pudding. For the Americans who don't know what that is, it's a distinctly British thing.
So British. Okay, continue.
Christmas, it's the best thing you'll ever taste. And it's kind of like whenever somebody puts that on the table, but then forgets to pour alcohol all over it before dishing it up. So it looked like it could be so good, but then they just ruin it.
All right, yeah, maybe we need to be more constructive. I will say I think this has been the worst race of the season. I mean, Michigan was pretty bad, but there were some good battles. This has just been a tragedy. But I think we should give some feedback to the admins. We've roasted their series hard enough. What do you think would improve the racing in the Classic Truck Challenge? I
have one idea, but a certain driver of the number 28 car, who is currently leading, might not like it.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like even with Eric Heater out of the series, because I know that's where you were going.
No, that's not where I was going. I'm saying, why don't we add ballast? Ballast would make the racing so much better.
This is an obscure reference to British touring cars that I'm not getting, isn't it? I'm going to take that as a yes. So, here's my idea. Eric, Casey, if you're listening, listen up. Ditch the classic trucks because they're the worst thing to ever exist. Use the C-Fix trucks because I think a lot of people have them. They drive infinitely better than this, and you don't have to make a custom setup. And basically go to exclusively short tracks, dirt tracks, super speedways, and road courses. Like, ditch the 1.5 miles, ditch the flat tracks. We don't need them. But actually, one upside to using those trucks is that they actually can provide good racing at basically any track. The problem with the classic trucks is that the way you have to drive them, and iRacing's physics model, makes the racing awful. So, hear me out, Eric, Casey, wherever you are. Use the C-Fix trucks, and basically just go to any track you want. Las Vegas, Charlotte, Michigan especially, New Phoenix, Old Phoenix, Irwindale. Literally any track will work with the C-Fix trucks. Just stop using the classic trucks. Like, take the classic trucks, launch them out of a window, and then step on them repeatedly. I'm just saying.
Right. I have just been told by our friend Matt Moreau many things because I wasn't paying attention to his text for a bit. He said, lol, Cootie said all he wants to do is pass heater. And then he said, are you paying attention to iRacing chat, Thomas? That's no fat no, mate. They said they are not related incidents, so might not be a caution. That's an interesting analogy since I think everybody's American.
Sorry to cut you off. Okay, continue on your story.
Oh, wait, we're going green again.
Yes,
okay.
we are. Okay. Something might happen here. Here comes Michael Rosero trying to go down the inside of Jail and Battle. Tomasi waiting in the wings as well. We'll switch over to the blimp cam, and they're spinning. Brock Picard around. But it's not going to be a caution because Casey is asleep. Oh, it's spinning goes Michael Rosero. Everyone is spinning. Just throw a caution. Please. Please, I am begging you. What? I give up with this. Alright, so we've had 2 cars spinning. It's basically ruined the midfield battle, but there isn't a caution because...
The drivers do want a yellow, though. They do.
Because Casey Drake is confirmed just sleeping at the caution button. Oh, there we go! We did it, boys! We've done it! The yellow flag is out for incident after 2 cars went spinning on the restart. We've finally gotten the caution we were all waiting for. Because, oh, actually it's because Michael Rosero spun again. So everyone was just spinning, crashing, and dying, and finally Casey decided to throw it. So the yellow flag is out. Eric Heater was leading at the time of caution.
Well, unsurprisingly. But Matt Moreau also said that already the Classic Truck Challenge series has been scrapped for next season.
I'm just saying, run the C-Fix trucks at literally any track. If you don't do it, I'll do it, because I would love to do that. You know what? TMG Truck Series, coming soon to a TMG racing network near you. Alright, so let's take a look at a restart. We'll take a look back at it, see what happened. The first driver to go spinning was Brock Picard, whatever, on the restart.
Packard.
Okay. Brock Packard got hit in the rear end. No, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did. So he got hit in the rear end by the 56 of Hayden Lowell and went spinning around in turn number 1. Cut to Michael Rosero in turns 3 and 4 because he's going to get a little bit of contact from Tyler Tomasi, and he's going to go around.
That's not going to help the tempers. That is not going to help the tempers whatsoever.
Hey, there's a story we haven't focused on in a while. So yeah, one more look at it. We'll fast forward it up to the time of the incident. There's the 76, bump into the corner, and around goes the 23 of Rosero. But that was not all, because he went spinning again a lap later. That's what ended up bringing out the caution. Or it was us screaming, Casey, throw the yellow! That might have been part of it.
Speaking of Casey Drake, should we ask him what's going on and why there hasn't been so many cautions?
Well, real quick. Oh, that was just Rosero dying all on his own. Spun out, slammed into the outside wall, and collected Picard. And finally, the caution came out. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and bring Casey up into the broadcast booth, see how he's doing.
Hey, talent, it's Tom Stuff in the TMG broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah.
Ask. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta ask. Where are the cautions in this race, man? There's been like so many incidents, so many drivers spinning off. Why wasn't there a caution sooner? And I've been told that the only reason why there was one for this one is because the drivers were all asking for one. So what's the deal with the cautions?
The reason there was a caution right here was he was in the middle of the track, and the leaves were coming in. Brock was right there, so.
And what about the other ones?
They were out of the way. When Scott spun, he went to the inside, Brock's money was in the outside,
All right.
so it was never really.
I have one more question for you, Casey, or Talon. Whatever. And I have a proposal, a modest proposal. And hear me out, right? You can use the C-class trucks and put them on basically any track, but with an emphasis on short tracks, road courses, and dirt tracks.
Yeah.
I just consider it for the future. It'd be fun. Just maybe plant the seed in your brain. All right, that's it. Thank you for joining us, Casey.
No problem.
What chat were you in previously? I don't know where to send you back.
I think he was in the admin chat. Oh, you put him in the right one.
Okay.
All right.
So, I think what we need to do now is go on a propaganda campaign of just repeatedly putting the idea in Casey's head.
Well, we would, except for the fact that we're going back green, so we should probably cover that. Heading now out of turn 4. Pitch car is in. Michael Rosero on the inside. Sorry, no, that's Tyler Tomasi on the inside line, and Eric here's gone. Why is it? Wait.
Oh God! Oh no! That almost ended very poorly. Approximately 2 milliseconds after the green flag wave, they almost started dying. Here comes Jalen Battle up to the bumper of Hayden Lowell down to the inside going to turn number 3. Big dive out of Jalen Battle. Oh, and around goes Hayden Lowell. In front of the pack, and he's going to collect Rosero. But
and
it's not
that
going to
is
be
a caution.
It is a caution.
It is.
We're seeing some character development. And I just think this is funny. I'm pretty sure that it was, it might have been Saradinsky, but I'm pretty sure it was Tyler Tomasi who spun Hayden Lowell in front of Michael Rosero. And that would be the funniest thing I've seen all day. So let's take a look at a replay.
Speaking of whom, should we bring him up and as we're watching the replay here?
Oh, never mind. It was Jalen Battle. So I ignored that comment previously. But Michael Rosero and Tomasi did get into it, so I agree. Let's go ahead and bring up Michael Rosero.
Hey, Michael, it's Thomas up at the TNG broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so you've been involved in a few getting, I guess we could say, dumping runs. What are your thoughts on them? What's been happening out there?
Well, Tomasi just dumped me. That's all he did. That's all he knows what to do when we're racing together. I thought we were cool, but I was wrong.
So you think that was an incident that happened on purpose there, or do you think it was more of an accident?
I just thought he just dumped me.
Okay, and what about just then with Jalen? Do you think that?
What, with Brock?
I think that, what was it, Brock or was it Jalen Battle?
No, you got it messed up. So what happened is Jalen Battle turned the 56 and he got into Rosero. Originally, I thought that was Tomasi turning the 56, and I was just like, that would have been hilarious. But that is not what happened. So ignore those previous comments because they don't exist.
Yeah, I had nowhere to go, but I'm just glad I put it in. My engine was gone. I needed a caution.
Alright, well thank you for joining us, Michael, and good luck in trying to rebound for the rest of the race. Right now, on your screen, we're on board with the 23, Michael Rosero, as he got into this incident going through turns 3 and 4. Not really many places to go. Saradinsky sent a big dive bomb on him. That's why he was swerving out of the way, and at this point, the 56 goes sliding, and Rosero doesn't really have anywhere to go. Gets pinched up onto the wall. So, unfortunate turn of events for Michael Rosero. Really not having very good luck. He's gotten his truck fixed up, though, so he will be able to go back green. Anyways, back to that whole propaganda thing about, the C-Fix trucks. I'm just saying I would make a schedule. I would do it. Actually,
you're in very dangerous territory right now. You do know, right? You're in very, very dangerous territory.
Just saying. Just planting the idea, just...
planting the seed. You're planting the seed.
Yes.
Well, as we now have 32 laps to go, as we're coming to the line, there is still a possibility this could be a good race. A slim one, but
I mean, at this point, it's kind of just if it's going to be chaotic, then we'll be able to have a pretty decent run to the finish, kind of stacking everybody up. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and ask the chat, if I were to, in theory, start a TMG truck series, where I just ran the C-Fix trucks at various short tracks, road courses, and stuff. I wouldn't run any dirt tracks, because those are painful. I would subject you guys.
We would run Eldora.
Maybe.
I would not let him not run Eldora.
No, we should run Knoxville if we ever do that. But that's aside from the point. Chat, how would you feel about doing a TMG truck series? Maybe I could even do an F2 style, where there's a feature race and a sprint race, and we invert the top 10. I don't know. I think it could be fun. Let me know what you think about that. I might draft
Heat
up
racing, actually. Heat racing would be fun.
I might.
Truck Series, heat racing. There's two. There's consolation. Top two in the consolation get through to the final.
We can brainstorm this after the broadcast. So back to the restart. It'll be
Pace
Eric
car's
Keeter
in.
leading him down. Here
Pace car is
we
in.
go.
Eric Keeter is gone. He's gone.
Yep, does
And-
not surprise me.
And he's already pulled
they're
out
already
a
dying.
half a...
Oh,
dude.
no. Oh, no. Oh, what a travesty. They've done
Sorry,
it again.
if you just heard that massive bang noise, that was my head going through the wall next to me.
So they couldn't even get through turns 1 and 2. See, now this is starting to look like a C-Fix race. Michael Rosero got together with Jalen Battle on the restart, and then unrelated to that, Saradinsky went around. Man, Michael Rosero cannot catch a break. I have a feeling at this point these guys just aren't taking the race very seriously. I don't blame them. It's been a mess. The second half has been a tragedy. So
I mean, I do not want to put blame on anybody, but I will. That was 100% on Andrew Cootie.
yes.
He just completely dumped Scott Saradinsky.
Well, let's take a look at a replays, because the first incident was Rosero and Battle. So those two are starting at the back of the field. Heater goes early, everyone's stacking up behind, and Michael Rosero is just getting used up by the 56 of Hayden Lowell. Then they both just go into the wall, and then Saradinsky goes unrelated, sliding into the wall after contact from the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew Cootie. You've seen him get into some incidents before, and I guarantee you there's probably going to be a penalty coming post-race. We'll take a look at Scott Saradinsky now, taking a look at his gearbox cam. You see Eric Heater taking off, everyone else scrambling to get a good reaction. And going into the corner, contact with Eric Heater. Up into the wall goes Saradinsky. So I gotta say, the racing has improved, but not in a good way. It's kind of like it's kind of like a bad movie that you don't want to watch. Like, it's just so bad that you don't want to keep watching it, but it's bad in like a good way. That's what this race has become. So it went from like unwatchably bad to I don't want to watch it, but it's entertaining bad. Because now everyone's just kind of driving sloppy. But, I mean, hey, it's entertaining.
Yep, so Dow Cup Series just asked a question in chat, which Jonathan does not need to answer, because I will answer for him.
Okay.
He says, will you ever do stop motions again? And I can answer that by saying, no, he will not, because the last time somebody asked that question, I had to sit by after the broadcast and listen to a half-hour rant of why he did not want to do them. So please, nobody else.
I don't remember that part.
That in chat. Yeah, well, I do. It's still engraved in my memory. And Scott Saradinsky, I'm not sure if he just missed his... Oh no, he just pulled out his pistol box. I thought he completely missed it.
So very unfortunate night for a lot of drivers, except for the one driver that would make this race interesting if he had an unfortunate night. Actually, let's look through the chat here, under caution. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Eric
okay.
just needs to stew, then correction, stop.
Dude, that was like an hour ago, man. You gotta be more consistent with your
Insightful
chat
words
reading.
from Miko Lin. Message redacted. Dow Cup Series.
It's not redacted. It's retracted. But
Oh well, they mean basically the same thing in this context. Dow Cup
Aaron
Series,
Brown.
Will you
Aaron
ever
Brown's-
do stop motion again? No. This race
Aaron
sucks,
Brown
bro.
says-
Glad we got some good commentators to boot the experience. Hey, it's all part of that TMG broadcast
experience.
Contact us at tmgracingnetwork@gmail.com if you would like us to cover one of your events. It's not free of charge, by the way. That comes in my reply. I say, great, here's how much you need to pay us. But you get to wait for that part. Okay, here we go. Eric Heater going to lead the field off turn 4 once again. Coming to the restart, he will be on the outside lane with the classic Eric Heater strategy of just going vroom. You're going to see it in 3, 2, 1. Yep, there he goes. From the high side, Eric Heater is...
Oh my God, Hayden Lowell. Oh, Hayden Lowell.
Guess we're under caution again. Oh, no.
So Hayden Lowell just... I think there might have been a loose connection then between his right foot and his brain. Because he just... Yeah, no, he just... Put it this way, it just looked like a restart at Talladega.
This race is just like... It's just kind of sloppy. You know, it's just like... Everyone forgot how to drive a truck, and now they're just crashing every other lap. Alright, well, let's take a look at a replay, but I have a feeling it was just, yikes. Alright, so you're gonna see, Hayden Lowe here just spin. He's using the Sebastian Vettel strategy of just gas it and then wreck. That slam you heard was me slamming on my pedal, so it would make a sound effect. So
No, mate, come on. If you're gonna do that, this is how you do it. You gotta get the stamp. You know, you gotta get the. Ow, my foot.
you cut out, so it sounded like just the start of an extremely loud noise and then silence. It was perfect. So yeah, we'll go on board with Hayden Lowell. Take a look at his gauges on the bottom left of your screen. You're just gonna see them all redline before wheel swerving and death.
And whoomp, and redline and death.
Incredible. Maybe.
And Hayden Lowell was just given an EOL penalty.
Alright, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and bring Hayden Lowell up into the broadcast booth to get his perspective on the incident. You've done the past few interviews, so I'm gonna ask the first question. Oh, well, here he is. Hey, Hayden, this is Jonathan up in the TMG broadcast booth. You got me?
How's it going?
So, I'm not really sure what you were doing there.
Is this about the restart there?
Yes. It looked like you were auditioning to be a Ferrari driver. Can you walk us through
Well, what would be a good excuse? Because I can't think of one. I just spun the tires in third gear somehow, and
you just had brain surgery.
I wish I could use that as an excuse, but no, I haven't. No, I can't. I can't think of a good excuse for that one. I was in third gear, and it just spun the tires, and I can't drive and overcorrect it.
Okay, here you can.
No. Use your excuse from Le Mans. Your brother punched you in the face. That's a good one. To clarify, that really did happen.
But not even on the same floor of my house right now. So like,
well, we don't know that.
Okay, hear me out. You can do what shades of Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart, right? And just complain about Goodyear tires not providing enough grip.
Yes, that. Goodyear brings a terrible tire to the Legacy Truck Series. We really should probably switch to Hoosiers. They got more grip when they're colder. You want to spin the rear tires like that. Also got to put this on. You know what? I just thought Eric Heater and Talon Drake, they can't make a setup that doesn't spin the tires in third gear. I'm going to blame it on them. It was not my fault whatsoever. I want my 6th place starting position back. Thank you very much.
And real quick, just before you go, do you think that you would have a better time of the series if they perhaps use the C-Fix trucks?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Please say yes. We're doing a propaganda campaign.
It's a good question, but we don't have time to answer it as we're coming.
No,
we do.
Actually, I do think the current trucks would be easier to drive and produce better racing.
Thank you.
Even out the field.
Take notes,
truthfully, I do believe that.
All
right. Well, thank you, Hayden. We're about to come back to the green flag now, and for some reason, I can't move you back to your things. You're going there. All right.
All right, here we go.
And Eric Heater's gone. Who's going to crash first? It's going to be clean on the restart so far.
Watch for Hayden Lowell. All right, how are these drivers going to mess it up this time? All right, they're clean.
Oh, they appear to... We've made it through turn 2.
All right, good job, guys. You just got to make it through one more set of corners. Come on, you all can do it. You can do it, I believe.
Oh my goodness, we've done it.
We did it, boys! We made it a lap. All right, I'm very proud of you all. Thank you all for coming to the best moment of my life. At the front, Eric Heater doesn't have competition, but there's a very good battle going on behind for the 4th position. You see Michael Rosero cutting off Eric Kaplinger going into the corner. Kaplinger trying to fight back on the inside. Saradinsky struggling in the back of the pack. Pretty good battle going on right now for P4. On the outside, Jalen Battle trying to make a run off the corner. Now here comes Eric Keplinger up the inside. He's going to fall back towards turn number 3. Keplinger, went into the wall, goes Saradinsky. Spinning, turn number 3. He is literally right in the driving line, but we do not have a caution. No battle for the lead.
Oh, Scott Saradinsky, he's don't know what he's trying to do. He's got back running. He has got that machine back running somehow.
Okay, so
It looks like it's being held together with gaffer tape.
I do want to point out that Scott Saradinsky was literally stopped backwards in the driving line, but it's fine, because going for the dive on Andrew Cootie is the 23, Michael Rosero up the inside, battling for third against Cootie. Cootie fighting back on the outside towards turn number 3. Pretty good battle going on right now. Speaking of battle, Jalen Battle trying to take advantage. They're going to go 3 wide on the front straightaway. This might not end well. They, at the end, Hayden Lowell backed out of it. But now the intensity has really picked up.
Between Hayden Lowell, oh, they just had a domino effect between Jalen Battle, Hayden Lowell, and Eric Kaplinger all the way back there. And now, as we come to 14 laps to go in this race, the gap between Eric Keeter and Tyler Tomasi is 6.2 tenths of a second.
Yeah, in the back, these guys are just banging all over each other. I mean, oh, and there is literally a car stopped in the outside wall, but no caution. What is a yellow flag? We have no idea. Andrew Cootie continuing to fall back through the field, now under fire from Eric Kaplinger. Kaplinger going to try and send it down the inside towards turn number 1. He's going to try and make the move stick, but he gets loose on entry. Cootie doesn't slide down, though. Kaplinger back up the inside. 2 of the TMG trucks battling it out.
Yep, one dangerous battle that is going to be kicking off soon. Might be between Michael Rosero and Tyler Tomasi. You know these two are not fans of each other. They definitely do not fancy each other right now.
I want to make
and I
this
don't think
fun.
they ever have.
I'm going to go ahead and put up an official bounty between Eric Kaplinger and Andrew Cootie. Whoever finishes higher in the TMG truck gets $1 in iRacing credits. It's official. We're making it happen. All right.
Also, Matt Moreau says, we have been told before, if we can get it going, there won't be a yellow. Leaders were far ways off.
Okay,
Casey doesn't like yellows.
2 extremely damaged trucks battling it out for 4th. Hayden Lowell slides down the inside. He is on a recovery drive at the moment. He's really gotten his head down since those last 2 incidents, and he is driving up through the pack. Up in a 4th, and now looking at Michael Rosero for 3rd as Eric Heater gets away at the front of the field. No surprise there. 10 to go this time by.
Yeah, oh my god, Hayden Lowell catches up a massive amounts there to Mike Rosero. He does have the fresher tires. Do remember, the gap at last time was 4 tenths of a second.
Oh,
he has,
here we go.
Oh my goodness, he has at least quartered that. Three-quartered that, sorry.
Extremely close, but Jalen Battle behind is also closing, and so these two looking like some of the faster trucks on the track, except of course Eric Heater, who just ran a literal practice time, so good shout out to him. Meanwhile, Packard going for the move on Andrew Cootie. Big dive down the inside. That is a very bold move in 3 and 4. It's not going to work out for him as he gets on the apron nearly up into Cootie on corner exit. Now, Jalen Battle is on the bumper of Hayden Lowell for 4th.
Yeah, Hayden Lowell going a little bit wide through turns 1 and 2, trying to get the exit there. He's falling back, though, right into the clutches of Jalen Battle. He does have to run, though, heading down the back straight, heading down into turn 3, closing that gap up massively. Giving him a bump. He's giving him a bump there.
Yeah, Hayden Lowell and Michael Rosero getting quite close on exit, but here comes Battle, squeezing up the outside. Hayden Lowell with the run through turn 1, bumper to the back of the 23 is going to slide down the inside. Great move by Hayden Lowell.
Jalen Battle's trying to follow him through now. What's he going to be able to do about it?
Slide up the inside, that's what he's going to do about it. He's alongside with Rosero and will squeeze his way through into P4. Now he will try and chase down Hayden Lowell for the 3rd spot. But back down the inside goes Rosero.
Yep, 6 laps to go in this race. Eric here has absolutely run away with it now. Tyler Tomasi just trying to hold on to that 2nd place. Hayden Lowell gapping now Jalen Battle for 3rd.
Yeah, Battle may have fresher tires, but Michael Rosero has the much
and side by side behind, side by side, Brock Packard and Packard.
Packard and Cootie side by side for 7th.
Yes, they are. Michael Rosero now.
Oh, big contact going down the back.
Yeah, Michael Rosero back down the inside of Jalen Battle. Not going to be able to do anything about it on this occasion, but he's further alongside now as we're heading down towards the line. We have 4 laps to go. Michael Rosero is all the way side by side now with Jalen Battle. But look who's coming into this battle now. It is Eric Kaplinger.
Yeah, Kaplinger up into the fight now and slow on the apron is Scott Zaradinsky. Kaplinger with a move up the inside is going to send Battle sliding. Kaplinger going for 2 in 1, but will fall back to Jalen Battle. Oh my goodness, what a move that was going to be. Kaplinger is fighting for fourth. What a recovery drive this has been. And remember, there is money on the line between Kaplinger and Cootie. I will give the highest finishing TMG truck
I thought it was between Hayden and Lowell, sorry.
Actually, there is, I think, about to be a battle between Hayden Lowell and Tyler Tomasi, but it's not the main battle on track.
Well, we are on the penultimate lap now. There's 1.5 laps to go now for Tyler Tomasi. He's going to have to hold on away from Hayden Lowell. You can see contact between the two drivers. Hayden Lowell just absolutely shoves him out of the way. And now Tyler Tomasi is going to probably respond in kind. Because that was very...
But there's even a battle going on behind because... Oh, it's spinning up the track! Scott Saradinsky! So going towards turn number 3, Eric Kaplinger is going to have one final shot.
Brock Packer got hit. Andrew Cootie is now side by side. There you go. He's pulled ahead. Andrew Cootie secures that 7th place.
Cootie into 7th. Ricero secures 3rd. Lowell into 2nd. But it's Eric Heater taking the win for the 6th time in a row here on TMG and at the USA International Speedway. Checkered flag to the driver of the number 28. Coming home in 2nd is Hayden Lowell. 3rd place is Tyler Tomasi, who gets a little bit of a nudge from Michael Ricero there on the cool-down lap. Probably well-deserved. And back onto the front straightaway, Eric Heater has won it once again. The race might have gotten off to a bad start, but that was a very entertaining last couple of laps. Eric Heater wins in Lakeland for the 6th time in a row. And I want to say, I don't know how many wins he has this season, but it's certainly quite a lot.
It most certainly is. So that is Eric here. He has tied the record for most consecutive wins and most wins in a season. Congratulations, Eric, here on that record. If you win next time out, then you will hold that record as he does some beautiful drifting, as I say that, around turns 1 and 2. Just try and burn it down for the fans.
There he goes on the back straightaway as well. I mean, as much as we like to, I'm not going to say hate him because he's been really good to work with. Shout out to him. And he's put on some really
he's an awesome guy. He really is a genuinely is a very, very lovely man.
So
but man, you gotta stop dominating.
You know, as much as we like to say, as much as we like to rag on him for winning so much, truth be told, it's a fixed setup series, and he wins quite a bit. He's a very fast driver. There's no denying that. He is now a record-breaking driver, at least in the LRL. I mean, props to him, because he is an extremely good driver. He is officially the Classic Truck Champion for this season. I don't know what season we're on. I think this is the first season of the Classic Truck Challenge, but he is your champion of it. I mean, race winner, record breaker, and champion Eric Heater has won a USA International. Well, the way the photo is cropped right now, it just says USA International Speed. But pretend there's a way at the end of it, and then it would be a cool image. But anyways, Eric Heater has won once again. He has secured the championship. I mean, it's been a dominant season. There is no denying that. So, congratulations to him. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna cut away for just a moment, and then we will be right back with post-race interviews. We will be right back. So joining us now in the broadcast booth, driver of the number 20, that is not the right car, there we go, driver of the number 28 and a race winner and now record breaker, Eric Heater. Eric, you have done it once again. You led every single lap in this race. We asked you this before, but I think this race has turned out relatively differently than some of the other races that have gone on in this series. What was the key to the win today?
I don't know, just getting the restarts right really in the second half for winning the race. But if it would have went green there, I think we definitely had the pace on the old tires. The tires wore off really quickly, but then it just completely stopped, and you would run about 22 fours, and it would just be straight there for the rest of the entire run after about 20 laps. So just at that point, it was just about keeping your tires up to the correct temperature, not overheating them, not overdriving it, and not making yourself lose grip. So I think we were able to do that a little bit better than everyone else, and that's how we got the stage win. But as far as the race went, until the last run there, it's just pretty much survival and able to get out front on the restarts.
Yeah, at the beginning of the race there, pretty much your only competition was Jalen Battle. What can you say about that competition? Do you think he might have been able to fight you for the win, or do you think you pretty much had it in the bag from the beginning?
Well, if we had a caution there at the end, I think it could have been interesting because I definitely would have been committed to pitting. We were over 2 seconds off pace. But I think there's a pretty good chance that some of the guys would have stayed out. And if a lot of people stayed out, we might have had an issue getting up front, back up front, I mean. But thankfully, we were able to, not have a yellow and just kept it up front there.
Eric, at this point, you hold the record you're tied with Malachi Drake for the record for the most consecutive wins in a row and most wins in a season. You're the champion of the series. It's locked up at this point. No one else can really stop you. Do you plan on running next week at South Boston?
I do plan on running next week, but really it's just purely to try to break Malachi's stat because, this season was just, absolutely perfect, and I just want to cap it off with a record break. The tie isn't good enough.
Lastly, before we end off your interview, I suggested this idea to Talon. We've suggested it quite a bit in the broadcast. Hayden Lowell seems on board with it. Any thoughts on maybe running the C-Fix trucks as a series sometime in the future?
Yeah, possibly in the future.
It's better than a no. All right. Thank you for joining us, Eric. Next up, we will be with the driver of the number 56, Hayden Lowell.
We are now sat up here in the booth with the driver number 56, Hayden Lowell. Hayden, it seemed on some of the restarts you had a bit of a loose connection between your brake and your right foot. You spun it once, you almost spun it again, but then you had a brilliant recovery drive, bringing it back up a second with that late nudge and pass on Tyler Tomasi. What was the secret for bringing it back up the field tonight?
Tires, just tires. Tires are so big here. Pitted under the final caution, used my last set of tires, so if there's another caution, I was going to be absolutely, words I will not use on the broadcast, but just tires, and then I knew, I was looking at the gap with Tyler, it was coming down about 0.2 a lap, and with 5 to go, it was at a second. I did the math, and I was like, I'm going to get to him, but it's not going to give me enough time to really try to set up a pass, find where he's weaker. So sorry, Tyler, just kind of used the bumper and kind of shuffled you up out of the way with a little boot scoot and boogie. But bringing it home P2 in the last 2 truck starts on this broadcasting channel, average finish of 1.5. So I'll take it.
Hayden, at the end of the race there, you were looking incredibly fast, arguably faster than Eric Heater. Do you think, given the track position, you might have been able to win the race?
If I could have restarted 4th or 3rd, or a row farther up than I was, I do think that I would have had a legitimate chance to chase down Heater with the tires. But even then, catching Heater's one thing, and we've seen all year long, passing him's another.
All right, well, Hayden, thank you very much. Good job, mate, and we'll see you next time out at South Boston.
Hopefully I can provide some entertainment all the time. Appreciate it.
All right, next up, we're going to have the driver from 3rd place, the driver number 76 car, Tyler Tomasi. We will be right back.
Back live here on TMG with the driver of the number 76, Tyler Tomasi. Tyler, it was a relatively quiet start to the race. Then at the end, I mean, even then, compared to all the drama going on around the track, you kept it relatively quiet. You were able to bring it home P3 after getting passed late in the going by Hayden Lowell. What was the key to your podium finish?
I don't know. It's just frustrating in the beginning. When we got up to second that, kept getting good restarts, but they kept throwing the yellow before we made it to turns 1 and 2. And they did that about 15 times. And then the time that I actually finally stayed green, my restart sucked.
Yeah, well, we saw about halfway through the beginning to halfway through the race, you had quite a large amount of contact with Michael Rosero. What was going on there? We've seen you guys have had some rivalries in you two, do not fancy each other whatsoever. So how is this going to bring your rivalry forwards in the future?
Well, the problem with these trucks and the way the brakes are, somebody jumps in front of you. If you hit the brakes, you will spin yourself. So it's either the guy in front of you or you. And he jumped in front of me, and I swear to God, I did not mean to get into him. But if I were to jump on the brakes, I would spun myself.
So Tyler, my last question for you then is, if you're not a huge fan of these trucks, would you be open to the possibility of perhaps the Legends Racing League running a C-Class series with the modern trucks?
No, it's not that I'm not a fan of these trucks. It's just some places they don't work, and this is one of them.
But would you perhaps prefer the C-Fix trucks? I'm trying to start a thing here. I'm just seeing how many people are on board with it.
Yeah, if we race at normal tracks, then yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's a start. Thank you for joining us, Tyler. Next up, I actually want to bring Eric Kaplinger up into the booth to ask him some questions about his season, and then we're going to go ahead and sign off the broadcast. Tyler, thank you for joining us.
We are back now with Eric Kaplinger, but just before we get into that interview, Brian Rock, rail fan, hello, and thank you for wishing us a very good Friday evening. Now, Eric Kaplinger, you had an absolutely, admittedly, abysmal second half to that race. Just walk us through what was going on.
Well, my car was just not good tonight. Tires fell off instantly. I don't know. We were off all night, I guess. It just happened to be like that sometimes, but I mean, at least we got fifth, so yeah.
Eric, I do have a question for your really entire season in general. In one way, this one race was kind of an example of how your entire season went, because early on in the season, you were actually leading the points. You were able to kind of stick it to Eric Heater. You were kind of the driver to beat. You were leading in points, and you definitely had a shot at the championship, but as the season went on, you just kind of fell off. What was the difference there between the first and second half of the season?
Well, hold on real quick.
I believe he's currently yelling at the person who's playing with the squeaky toy to stop playing with the squeaky.
I think it might be a dog.
I hope it's. I thought it'd be like his little sister or something, or a little brother. We don't discriminate.
I'm more concerned about the fact that you think a child would...
All right, I'm back.
Well,
oh, come on, dude.
Was that a child?
No.
Is that your dog?
Very older. All right, so let's just get back here. So, well, I knew I was going to lose the championship because I had to miss a race because of my graduation. I threw my second place finish away at Charlotte by spitting. And yeah, that's basically how my season has died, pretty much. But I think, I don't know where I am in points because I knew I wasn't going to have a shot at the championship after I missed my race at the Roll because I was graduating. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Eric. And non-brilliant race for you tonight, but good points nonetheless.
Actually, I do want to bring up one thing before you leave this room. So, early on in the broadcast, you were battling it out, or not early on, but just a few laps ago, you were battling it out with Andrew Cootie. You both have TMG on your truck. I said in the broadcast that whichever one of you came out on top would get a grand iRacing cash prize of $1. So, Eric, you will be getting your $1 iRacing account recharge very shortly. Anyways, thank you for joining us in the booth.
Have a good night. Thank you.
So we're back live here on TMG after a really a roller coaster of the race. The first half started out kind of dull. Eric Heater kind of just ran away with it. We were running out of things to talk about. In the end, it was actually a very chaotic race. Drivers, messing up a lot. Not the cleanest race, but I think it was relatively entertaining. Update on the point standings. Eric Heater basically has the championship locked up. Eric Kaplinger is basically locked into second. Michael Rosero can't really stop him at this point. So your top three for the season are Eric Heater, your champion, followed by Eric Kaplinger and Michael Rosero. Next week, the Classic Trucks will be heading to South Boston, a very small short track. I think that's going to be a much better race than we had this week. I think that, the shortness of the track, the tight-knit nature of it, I think it's going to produce some very good racing. Hopefully, because it's the season finale, we get some more drivers to show up. So I am very much looking forward to that. Thomas, before we sign out the broadcast, do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I do. In fact, everybody, so coming up in the next few days, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, there will be the announcement for the next TMG broadcasting event. It will be coming up in the next few weeks, so make sure to have a look out for that. And if you do have iRacing and you do have the Delara IR18s, it will be at Legacy, Michigan for around 80 laps. Feel free to sign up. You'll receive a iRacing email with all the rules and the description of the race. Apart from that, nope. Thank you very much.
Or you could just put the rules in the forum post. That also works. But we're going to discuss this a little bit after the broadcast. More details on that coming soon. Other than that, that is going to do it for this race at USA. A couple of updates on the channel. Next week are going to be the third annual DOB Nationals. The 410 Sprint cars are going to Knoxville for an entire week of racing. So make sure to tune into that Monday through Thursday nights all next week. Then the Legends Racing League next Tuesday are heading to Concord. Unfortunately, we will not be able to put that on the main TMG YouTube channel, but it will be over on twitch.tv/TMG_racing_network, so you can check that out Tuesday normal time. At least that is the current plan. Things could always change, but at the moment that is, it's looking like that is how that race is going to be broadcasted. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this race. We will see you all next Monday with the DOE Nationals. But until then, this is Jonathan Oates signing out. Have a good one.
Have a good one, everyone.